This short video tutorial is specific to how SpendLogic functions for reviewers outside the company, such as consultants or auditors. The steps for SpendLogic clients to set up outside access are covered in a separate video. Once you've been provided with access to view documents in SpendLogic, you will receive an email that looks something like this. Clicking the link provided, you'll either be prompted to sign in, or if it's your first time in the system, you will be prompted to set up your password. Once that process is complete, you will be given access to the system. Logging in, your screen will look something like this. This is your dashboard. If you have been provided multiple data pulls, they will each be represented on a separate line here. In this case, we have been provided just one CPSR report. This table shows the report name, the number of documentation folders included, the name of the person that provided me with access, and the dates for which I've been provided system access. To view the report, click anywhere in this row. Now we are taken to a table that shows the individual items included in the report. Your screen may look slightly different based on the company's unique configuration, but what you see here is common. The columns show the PO number, the change order number if applicable, the supplier name, and the URL of each report. You can export this table to a CSV file, which allows you to manipulate it in Excel using this button. Clicking on any line then takes you to the documentation associated with that PO. Note that this occurs in a new tab. You can always get back to the original table by opening its tab. This is the full record of all documents associated with the purchase order. On the left side of the screen, you will find all of the information from the original table you clicked on. These identifying characteristics trigger specific documentation requirements, which are present on the right. The right side of your screen includes a yellow required box with pre- and post-award sections. For some companies, you may also see additional gray or green blocks at the bottom of the screen, outside of the yellow required area. These are documentation items that only apply in special circumstances. As a reviewer or auditor, you should focus your efforts on everything in the required area, as well as any green blocks at the bottom. Gray blocks outside of the required area have not been filled in and should be ignored. By clicking on each right-hand block, you will be provided with supporting documentation and rationale in alignment with the company's policies and procedures. The data contained in these blocks will vary and may include answers to on-screen questions that previously would have been included in separate forms, as well as uploaded documentation. You will have read-only access to everything that has been included in the documentation file. There are a few blocks that will appear slightly different than the others. These have to do with commerciality and price reasonableness, each of which will include a report that is generated by SpendLogic. These blocks will appear like this, with a slightly different interface. To download the file, simply click the download button. This results in a local zip file that contains the necessary reports. This concludes this SpendLogic primer session. We hope this has helped you gain an understanding of how SpendLogic's spend file documentation system works.